This is a very robust conversation, but as soon as you are able to begin to reason for yourself, you got to start thinking about value. What value can I add to the world? But even before you start thinking about value, I'm a believer, a firm believer in people finding who they are, finding your purpose, finding your person, finding the gifts that you've been endowed with, things that you came into this world with, using those parameters to question yourself. What can I give? What value can I add? What can I bring into the space? Of course, go for real self-development, continually improve yourself. Go get some apprenticeship, go get some mentorship, go for trainings, go for things to develop yourself, to be a better you, so to fine-tune your gift, talent, passions, whatever value proposition you want to bring to this world, right? Because it's in those values that you're delivering that money comes, right? So financially, you can be sure that the future is going to be bright if you keep growing, if you keep doing what you ought to do in terms of finding yourself, discovering the different parts of you that can add value to the world, and honing on those things till they become marketable and begin to draw returns to you.
One question that I always come across when I'm talking with young people, or when we get to meet, formally or informally, is always, how do I know what I am supposed to do in life? How do I discover myself? How do I know what to do? The schools aren't helping, especially in schools where guidance and counseling is not a thing, right? And so these people will just they just jump into the secondary school and move on to write jam and move on to the university. Some of them just follow peer groups, and there is no clear marked paths for them. And what would you say to them?
So there's so much to say about people truly finding why they are on earth. Unfortunately, the absence of that clarity in the lives of people is the reason for chaos, is the reason for jealousy, is the reason for unnecessary competition, is the reason for, just because people aren't clear about what they should be doing with their lives, right? There are many things I could start telling you of what to do, but in a very simplified way, something you can begin to think of would be something I learned from Bishop David Oyedepo, when he said that it is either a gift, a passion, or a calling, right? Calling is based on your faith. Someone could get a calling that is direct, that is almost spiritual, or in some ways someone begins to get that intuition that, see, this is what I ought to do. Sometimes it has nothing to do with what you studied, what you like, what you don't like, but you just sense that calling on you that this is what I should do. That's one of the ways you can know, right?
Are you telling me that there is a way that someone can spiritually be informed of what
clear.
They came for?
Yes.
How does that happen?
Think
is there
about
a voice that bangs into your head or something?
Hold on. So that part of discovery, that I call calling,
okay,
right? It has to be something spiritual.
Okay.
That's something of faith now,
okay,
right?
Okay.
So some persons discover their path like that, right? So you think about like some of the maybe pastors or evangelists, people who have done like very great work.
Healers, preachers, teachers, all
right.
of those.
So some of them, it didn't matter what they studied in school, what their particular talent was, some of them just got to know that this is what I am understanding I should do, and they gave themselves to it, right?
Okay, that's
for calling. The other part, and you will see that example. So let me give a very fantastic example. Think about Daddy Gio, as we popularly call him, right? Daddy Gio. He studied mathematics. Now those things, whatever he studied,
so who do you refer to as Daddy Gio?
That's Pastor E. Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God.
You may continue.
Yeah. So you could see that irrespective of what he studied and all of that, he's pastoring. Now, whatever he studied is playing a role in what he's doing, because I believe it helps him in articulating some things. But when it is calling, it doesn't matter what you did. So whether you studied English or studied maths or studied whatever, when it's a calling, it takes center stage, and it takes, and you can't help it, right? You just have to respond to it. The other part is, it could be a talent or a gift. So some persons, right, they have extreme talent for music, for art, for paintings.
Something that just comes easily to them.
Yes, it's a gift. They don't need to learn so much. It's as if they have an unfair advantage, with that strength. So that speaks to its strength that they have, right? That could be a clear reason. So what I need people to understand is that if it is not a calling, if you're not getting a calling, doesn't mean that these areas aren't speaking to you, that you should give it attention and express your world through it, right? Then the other part is a passion. That's what you find with people like Mother Teresa, for instance, just leaning towards a particular feeling, a strong feeling for something. I want to help young ladies. I want to help women. I want to help poor people. I want to help engineers. I want to help newscasters, media. I want to solve problems in that space. It wakes you up. It keeps you longer than necessary, right? So a strong feeling. So sometimes this is just a most summarized version I have ever had in my life about how to find purpose, right? It is one of these areas has to speak louder. Now, if I was to do an exhaustive teaching on this, I have something called the purpose pointers, like 8 different things that you really need to look at, that I can't go into right now,
Maybe someday you're going to tell about this 8, 8 what?
8 pointers. 8 purpose pointers.
8 purpose pointers. We look forward to that conversation. In the meantime, thanks for finding time to come. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.